Hi folks, Middle Management Gamer here, and I'm bringing you my new show, This Is War. Now this is a show for working adults who want to know what type of games they should play when they have a very limited amount of time to play games. If you're anything like me, you grew up having lots of time to play games, but no games to actually play. And you spent your whole life saying, man, when I'm grown up, I'm going to be able to buy whatever games I want. And then you grow up and you start buying all the games that you want, you don't have any time to play them. So today we're doing working adult reviews. And our game for today is DragonAge the Veilguard. To try to tell you whether or not you should buy this game. Is it going to work for you? Is it going to fit into your schedule? Is it worth your time? Will you like the story? Is the music good? Dialogue, etc., so forth and so on? Should you waste your precious gamer time playing this game? So let's find out. Welcome to This Is War. Alright, so like I said, the game we're reviewing today is DragonAge the Veilguard. This is the fourth game in the series. Started off with DragonAge Origins, and it's a continuing story that moves on. The main character, controlled by you, changes from game to game, but it's linked by decisions that you made in the past games, which has always been an interesting sell on this game. So we're going to start off the new game, and it begins right where Inquisition ended, with Varric telling the story of Solus, who was one of the elf members of your party in the previous game. So the story is continuing, but I don't want any real major spoilers. So you start off with creating a character. Points in favor of this game: the character creator is really interesting. And there's the elf, Canary, the human, and the dwarf. So you can pick your character that you've already created from a previous playthrough and change like their class and whatnot, which is a plus. So if you like the way your character looked and you play through again as them but with a different class, you can do that real quick, save yourself some time. You know, we're working people, we don't have time to sit around and create new characters all the time, right? And she, her. So pronouns, this is a contention for some people. People are, I don't want a guy or a girl, whatever. If it bothers you, play as a guy, or play as a girl. If you like the idea, then play as they, them. Make you happy. I mean, we're trying to take care of everybody. Games should be for everyone, right? Pick how your character looks, and I really like the character class creator on this one. So you get to pick from 3 different heads shapes, and then your base character will be a blending of those 3 characters. So you can kind of pick a starting point for how you want your character to look. So if you see like 3 heads that kind of have the shape that you like right off the bat in there, that's what you would go with. Then you do a base judgment here, and you can hide the hair so you can get a better look at like brow shape and stuff like that. And then you can adjust your forehead, brow, cheeks, chin, larynx. Again, all sorts of stuff you can do. Change your eyes, eyebrows. I really like the character creator. I thought it was really well set up with a lot of different things you can do. All right. So some of the complaints that people have been making about the game is that it's like too cartoony and they Pixar'd it up. I don't care. I think it looks good. I think the characters look fine. And I'm happy with the way they interact in the actual game itself. Pick your class. So there's 3 different classes, but each class has 3 different ways you can go. The warrior has 3 different routes you can go. The Reaper, the Slayer, the Champion, there it actually tells you. And then the Mage has Deathcrawler, Evoker, Spellblade, and that affects how your character actually battles. So we'll start with, and then you have your playstyle, and this really is your difficulty level. So you can set it for storyteller. So basically this just kind of allows you to go in and play the game and get the story, and if you're not really good at combat. So as an adult who works 50 some hours a week, is married, has to take care of chores when they get home, and is only home for 2 days a week, you might want to go with this because it allows you to experience the game quickly, get your storyline done. You might actually have time to finish it. If you like a severe challenge, Nightmare, basically you're going to take lots of damage. The enemies are going to deal lots of damage. Tactically, it's going to be difficult, and if you don't set your defense perfect, you're not going to defend. I'm playing through as an adventurer. This is kind of like the for everyday players. That's what I'm doing. And then, so I told you that all the Dragon Age games are linked. This is actually a point against the game, in my opinion. Having played Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age 3, 3 being Inquisition, this being the fourth one, the save game files moved your information each time. So the story, the choices you made that affected the world building would move over to the next game. So the world would be derived from that. This game does not look at your save file. EA said it would be too much work to be able to backtrack to those blah, 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 blah. They got lazy. However, it does give you the opportunity to make decisions based on what happened. So, and that's it. So really only 2 of your choices from the previous game matter. Sorry, 3 choices from the previous game matter. It kind of sucks. It's kind of a letdown for a series that's made itself about storyline for so long. So yeah, that's a mark against it. So just a quick look at some of the visuals on the game. Graphically, like the backgrounds, the cities, where you move around, it's gorgeous. Got this giant like floating watchdog above Docktown. That's the starting city for the game. Characters talk and you can move around. I hate the term open world. The game is not, games aren't open world, but this game starts out fairly linear, and as you play through it, it opens up more. There's different worlds you can go through, but starting off, we're just kind of walking around the city. As you can see on the mini map, there's only one direction to go. So you control your character, you issue commands to your party members. I currently have all the party members unlocked. So there are 7 companions that you can get. They each have their own individual skill tree. So you can change not only the way your characters fight, but your companions fight to better set up the way your battles go. But you issue commands to your partners by holding down the trigger button on the PlayStation, and it brings up the menu, and it'll show you if they have combo opportunities. So this detonates Sundered, this applies Sundered. So pretty cool combo system. If this character applies Sundered and this character detonates Sundered on that particular enemy, then it'll do a souped up version of the move. Unfortunately, these enemies are really weak, so you're not going to get to see it. And then you got your own moves you can do. Like down here at the bottom, I have Pilfer. I'll real quick jump at them and then jump back and do a healing attack. Basically steal a potion from them. You have light attacks and strong attacks. The combat does get repetitive as you play through. Not gonna lie. You sometimes just want to blast through everybody. The boss fights are pretty unique. You have to figure out kind of what their patterns are and what you need to do. They could have a shield that you have to knock out first. Then you have to deal some damage, then they could recharge their shield. Things like that. You have to figure out their patterns and knock it out real quick. You got a skill tree. There is a lot of different skills that you can unlock to really change the diversity of your character and give you a different playthrough every time. So replayability, pretty high. But you can only pick from one specialization. So if I unlock Duelist, which is what I did, I can't go over here and get Saboteur. But I could refund the points in Duelist and do Saboteur if I decided I wanted to do that instead. Very different playstyle. One focuses on sword attacks, one focuses on turrets and machines. So kind of cool. One of the other things I really liked about this game is starting out, if you're on like a quest and you're like me, you get home from work, you have dinner, you take a shower, you got to be up the next day and go back to work. So you only have like 45 minutes to an hour to play. The quests are really quick. So you can pull up your journal, you can pull up a quest that you want to work on. It'll tell you where that quest is at. So I'm on the Hosborg Wetlands right now, and this is the quest I have active. And if I look on the screen I'm actually on, You can see the quest points off there in the distance, how far away they are. You can just run right to them. If you're going through like a maze or something, it'll actually show you where you should turn, where you need to go up, where you need to go down. Easy peasy. You can actually turn that off if the game is too easy for you because of it, but it's how it's how it starts off. So you can go through the game really quick. If you only have 15 minutes, you actually feel like you can accomplish things in that 15 minutes. But say you have a lot of time to play, like you're on a day off and you finished all your chores early. It's good for that too. There are all sorts of things that are off the beaten path. Like you can see there's a chest here and you can actually highlight it. Sometimes the chests are hard to get to. Sometimes you got to figure out a puzzle on how to get into it. Sometimes it's just sitting right out there in the open. The chest could have a trap on it. There's stuff like scattered around the edges of the map. There's lots of exploring you can do. And we'll zoom out on the map here. Fairly big map. More of the map unlocks as you play through. You can see this is one of the maps that I have just recently got to. But we can go to the world map. And it'll tell you, if you go to that particular area, what quests are available in that area, how much how aligned with the characters in that area you are. You can build strength with the clan to get better weapons from them, more help from them, and better quests. And then you have your like home base, and the crossroads actually allows you to connect to all these other places. Sometimes that's how you get to a new place. So again, not an open world game, but not linear either. So we're going to say overall, looks and visuals, I'm going to go with the 4 out of 5. Again, it is a little cartoony, so the realism's turned down a little bit, but I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. The only reason I took a point off is it was a little harder and darker in the past, and it kind of, the tone is a little livened up in this one. So again, a 4 out of 5, not bad. Storyline, 4 out of 5. The only reason I'm taking a point out here, I really enjoy the story. I think it's got a good plot line. I think it really pulls you in. I'm really only taking a point off here because having played the other 3 games, I wanted my character decisions from those games to matter more in this, and they don't. So that's kind of a letdown. But if you've never played the game, you could probably give it a 5 out of 5. Replayability, 4 out of 5. Again, the combat does get a little tiresome after you've done it for a while. But, you know, again, you can change your skills and your class and play the game again. So maybe it won't be that tedious. Maybe it's just tedious for me because of the class I chose and I just don't enjoy the way they fight. Change your class. You might like it better. So again, 4 out of 5 because there's very many options you can do. Finally, overall, 4 out of 5, like I said, with a good storyline, good visual, good playability. I can jump in and jump out of this game really quickly. If I have an hour or so, I can do a longer quest. If I only have 15 minutes, I can run through a quest real quick. You could probably finish the game all the way through without doing side quests in probably 30 hours. Unlocking everything is probably going to take you 60 or 70. And I'm the type of guy who likes to unlock everything, so I'll be doing that for a while. But if I just want to play through the main quest, you can really just put your nose to the grindstone and run through it. So if you're on a time crunch, definitely worth it. So 4 out of 5 on DragonAge, the Veilguard. I hope you'll give it a go and let me know what you think. Have a good day.